Right, y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out something from the Norwegian military. Now it looks like this is some CQB training in Lithuania, and I gotta say, this intro shot, which was pretty much enough to get me to watch this video and react to it, looks pretty freaking sweet. So I don't know much about Lithuania. I know I had a few people train over there when I was in Romania and Bulgaria for that rotation, but I didn't see it like this because it's like a really cool sort of snowy environment. And for CQB, that just makes it so much more aesthetic. So I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's check it out. Like, just look at that. It's so cool. And the snowy movement. Yeah, the snow. Again, the snow makes everything look so much cooler. Now, especially when you have this, like, the snow camo. The snow camo, I gotta say, looks pretty freaking legit. I need to get some snow camo myself. I mean, it rarely snows here in Washington, but when it does, like, it would be cool to do some videos with the snow and the snow camo. So they're doing some movement here. I mean, not a whole lot of cover, more of concealment as far as this little area. Kind of like their last covered and concealed position before moving on to these buildings, I guess. And it looks like they're moving in a general sort of wedge formation, which makes about sense if you're going to be, you know, sort of moving into the assault. You could also even like start moving up online. What was that? It looked like some... Yeah, what the heck? It looks like some smoke got like deployed over them. Or they might just... They probably just hit a tree and it made it look even cooler. It does look like smoke though. I wonder what that was. A ladder to go over that. They got some sea wire and a ladder over that. Nice. Sick compounds, I gotta say. I'm not sure specifically what unit this is, though. Man, I love the Norwegians, how they have those, like, awesome colored 249s. Now, I do kind of want to check out their gear, because we haven't checked it out so much. That is... I'm not sure what pack that is. That pack looks pretty freaking sweet, though. Not gonna lie. So it looks like they're doing a force-on-force, because they have the blank firing adapters, and then also the laser gear. But, okay, so they have the snow camo. They have Glock pistols, it looks like. Yeah, again, I'm not sure which unit this is, but for them to have sidearms is pretty freaking cool. And then I think they all have HK 416s as well. And, yeah, I gotta say, look, they look pretty well kitted up. This dude looks like he has a sledge or some sort of breaching gear there. Nice. He's fighting his sling a little bit, especially with the electronic gear pro. I've been there plenty of times. Ooh. Okay, some night vision. Nice. Is this like subterranean stuff, like tunnels? Okay, that looks pretty good. So this looks like almost like you can call like a V formation. There's a few different names, but basically like a split sack where they're holding cross coverage. So I'm guessing there's like a T intersection they're moving up on, and then you have one person in the middle that can also provide some gunfire. Yep. So they got a T intersection. Okay, but this dude is like super sucked into his optic right here. Like, yeah, he's definitely closing off a lot of his perspective. Not the best optic for CQB either. I'm loving the full auto. You see that a lot with the Nordic and Scandinavian countries. They just let it rip with the full auto. Oh my god, that looks sketchy though. We got a NATO patch. Okay, yeah. This is a NATO exercise, so I guess that makes sense. I think this is like a NATO sort of response unit as well. Wait, what the heck? Okay, so he's got water. So is he treating like a burn or something? Is that a burn dressing? Maybe? No? I don't know. Oh, dude, what is that? What was that blanket? It kind of looks like our Whoopee, like our poncho liner. But what the heck is that design? It's like... It's almost like a camouflage, but it's also got like these weird... It's like a mix between like a multicam black kind of faddish camouflage, and then also like some grandma blanket or something. Yeah, that's a weird one. Nice, okay. The Carl Gustav is so cool, man. Some tactical or sensitive site exploitation, gathering that intel. Oh, nice. It's always cool when the tanks get to play as well, especially in the snow like that. I haven't seen many tanks with like snow camo so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, sick, dude. Okay, there is a song on this that I think is copyright claimed. Yeah, but again, I'll put the original video down in the description so you guys can check it out in its original form, because yeah, I think it's really awesome when they actually put in the effort to make the video match with the song itself. Yeah, so all the description says is this is the Norwegian battle company of NATO Enhanced Forward Presence Battle Group Lithuania. Okay, so I don't know what the battle group consists of. It's probably just, you know, a bunch of NATO countries and some contingent from each country kind of forming a deterrence or sort of a presence in that area. But yeah, I gotta say, this looks like a very, very cool environment to train in. Now, I've done some very limited sort of infantry training in the snow or really like sort of cold weather environments. Normally the closest I would get is in like North Carolina when it's kind of the winter months and you'd wake up and there's like some frost over everything, but it disperses pretty quickly. And again, the snow has its own aesthetic, but it definitely has its own challenges for the infantry perspective, which I think is always super interesting. Now the mechanized stuff, not so much, at least from what I can see, mechanized, at least like the vehicles they use, like the Vikings and obviously tanks, they're generally pretty well suited for that sort of environment as well. But yeah, I can imagine light infantry would be really tough, especially like reconnaissance. I mean, the camouflage would be easy enough because it would be snowy, but there are certain areas where the snow wouldn't have landed as much, so it kind of gets a little bit weird. And then, of course, if you start hitting trees, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic, and it's something that I would like to take part in, but I guess we'll have to see. I don't intend to get deployed, or I'm not planning to get deployed to Europe anytime soon. But it just seems like a lot of fun. So maybe I can catch a trip or something. Maybe if I get big enough on YouTube and get out of the military, I can have that opportunity. But right now, not so much. So that's why it's cool to at least watch these videos. And of course, if you guys took part in any of these, let me know how it was, because it looks like a good time. I mean, the NATO stuff is always really interesting, and it's usually pretty solid training. But again, having and getting experience with all these different sort of biomes and climates seems freaking sweet. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, this was a little bit of a shorter video, but I kind of like these sort of quick and snappy. Even if I do need to replace the song, I do like these sort of quick and snappy videos because they're always interesting to sort of pause and try and break things down like that. It's kind of like some of the original stuff we did on the channel, some of the shorter reactions. But of course, recommend anything down below, whether it be historical stuff, educational stuff, training exercises especially, even like montage videos. Those are always really interesting, especially when you guys can add your own personal inputs. But even if I don't react to it, I'll probably end up watching it anyway, because in my free time, if I'm not spending it, you know, working or with the kids, it's usually going to be on YouTube while I'm like editing or making thumbnails. I'm usually going to be watching videos. So even if I don't react to it, I'll probably still check it out. So definitely recommend anything down below, but hopefully you guys appreciated the video. Again, the uploads are going to be a little bit more infrequent. As I'm recording this, it's still October because I'm trying to pre-record, but yeah, hopefully mid-December I'll start getting the uploads back to the the normal pace. So hopefully you guys aren't missing out too much. But thank you for watching. Thank you again for supporting the channel. But that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one.